Hello, welcome back for more MC Eternal. I'm Justin Rage and I'm flying at the moment. I also don't know which direction I'm flying in. Oh god, I'm going too far. Alright, in this episode we got a couple things planned. I said we wanted to build a spawner and we will do that. You may notice that my Smeltery is gone and the area is a bit flattened. We're also going to get to that too. Now this is actually being recorded before episode 3 is even being uploaded. Oh, apparently I forgot some gold from my clips, which is what I wanted to get to. You may notice I've got a bunch of stuff on these, we'll get to that. But I have enough off-camera clips for another 5 minutes of stuff. And it's honestly getting to the point where I can't start every single 30-minute, 25-minute video with 5 minutes of the video already taken up by clips. So what I'm still going to do off-camera stuff, but I think what I'm going to do is, for this episode, I'm going to release the clips as their own separate video, as like a episode 4A or episode 4 clips or something like that, and hopefully you guys enjoy that format. Let us get a few more things done in this episode, because it's a big build for a simple item. I'm basically going to make a giant building just for the smeltery, and then I need to clear a path over to that spawner and then build a mob farm around it. And with any luck, we'll get to some thermal foundation machines today. Actually make some real modded progress as opposed to just getting all the vanilla stuff, plus, you know, a little bit of modded here and there done. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a cut here, do some more off-camera work, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Alright, we are back from the off-camera work, and let me just drop this in my inventory. And I did quite a bit off camera. As a matter of fact, remember how I said we were going to build a zombie farm today? I actually did that already off camera. It's done. The reason I did that off camera is because I was recording it and it just took so long. It was such a grindy project and it annoyed me and it didn't work properly and we're not going to spend much time at it. So I figured, why waste time in the episode? Also, if you want to see some of the stuff I've already done, are you going to be nice to me? If you want to see some of the stuff I've already done, there will be a link in the description that will link to the clips episode. You may notice I've got a floating bit there, and I did some work here. I just added lanterns to get rid of some of the torch spam. We're going to go take a look at the spawner. Luckily, we can actually make it all the way there. And this is the spawner. Say hello. I couldn't quite get to the top. Now, this is the style I went for. I tried to keep it kind of similar to some of the other buildings in the area. And those chiseled bricks were actually supposed to be dungeon facades because they're vertical slabs. The only problem is you actually can't craft them. You need to cheat them in or harvest them. And I actually went into creative and cheated them in, but turns out they let light through. And also, the roof was supposed to be different. I actually had a ring of marble stairs up here as well, just to give a color contrast to the roof. But Astral Sorcery's marble, once you know it, is a transparent block. It lets light through, which ruins the spawner. Also, I have diamond boots now. I made a full set of diamond armor considering certain fights I'm gonna want the defense. And I wanted fire protection. It gave me multi-jump and unbreaking, so multi-jump allows you to jump a second time pretty damn high. And I was actually able to make a Feather Falling 4 book because of Ender IO's enchanter. This is where you'd go down. They seem to be ignoring the spikes at the moment. It's probably because they're floating on the water. I'd probably have to put a sign there to stop the water or something. But the bad thing about this is that as you damage zombies, you can tell not all of them are actually getting damaged. Experience can only flow here because I have stairs here. And as a matter of fact, soon I'm going to have to close this up and turn this into a automatic kill only because of that. Fish's undead stuff. These guys can get through one block spaces. These are parasites, and they're really annoying. Not only that, but it's not even that high yield of a farm. I'm gonna go over here and show you how I built it. Yeah, those parasites basically ruin zombie farms. So, unfortunately you can't see in here because I'm actually going to switch to creative just so you can see in here. Oh, I have torches. Okay. This. Yeah, there's a mod that removes Minecraft's minimum light level. There we go. So, it's your basic drop design. Spawners can spawn in a 4x4x4 around themselves with them at the center, so 5x5x5. And if you drop mobs more than 5 blocks down, the spawner can check and see that there's nothing 5 blocks below it, and it'll spawn another one. That's how you get these spawners to be really efficient. You gotta drop them more than 5 blocks down. And then on either side, this does lower the efficiency a little bit, having these blocks here. But it just stops mobs from spawning on top of here and getting stuck and taking up some of the cap. So, I don't know why I bothered to make the inside of this look good. It's literally never going to get seen, so. There we go. So yeah, that's the farm. I'm eventually going to change this to a automated kill and collection design, probably with a bunch of better things. Because, yeah, it's not really doing much. It's honestly a bit of a disappointment. Which is why I didn't actually show myself building it. I've still got some materials over here. The iron. Bring some of this stuff back. I'm going to see you back at base because we got something pretty big to build. Alright, we have a brand new day ahead of us. We are back. And we are building. Now, at the moment I can just double jump up here, but eventually I have elevators from the farm that lead into here. I'm also going to put an actual stairway in here as well, but what we are building is the building for our smeltery. And I'm going to try... These are the materials we'll be using, by the way. We don't have nearly enough lanterns because I ran out of iron. I also need chains, so... It's not a building that's going to be completed today. Definitely will be starting it today. But this is going to be the smeltery, and eventually I'm also going to have a couple buildings branching off of it on either side and potentially in back as well. And I did get started a little bit on here. This is just a little tiny bridge. I need to replace those with stairs. And eventually I'm going to use that same sort of style on the other side to actually build a bridge across this river. I mean, with multi-jump, I can actually just sprint jump across the river, which is pretty awesome. But sometimes multi-jump can be a little temperamental. So I'm gonna try to do this in the form of a first-person time-lapse. The problem with time-lapses in building is you can build for 3 hours and get a time-lapse of 2 minutes out of it in the third person, but in the first person, that would just honestly be kind of sickening to watch, like, physically. So I don't know how well that's going to work in terms of a time-lapse. Also, I've built this already in a creative testing world, so you may occasionally just see this happen, where I go back and take a look and realize that using double jump to build is going to be tricky to get right, first of all. Imagine this sped up. Oh my lord. Finally. But yeah, imagine that sped up. But yeah, you'll occasionally just see me dip into my references. While in a third-person time-lapse, you'd see someone just float in the air as their camera account, or the replay mod takes care of that. I can't do either, because running 2 modded Minecraft clients for a camera account when I'm already having RAM issues is just not a thing. It's literally just going to be a lot of this, and then a lot of me taking a look at my reference screenshots. And opening new reference screenshots. So, I'm going to speed this up a little bit, or I'll make cuts depending on how well it goes in editing. Yeah, I'm already starting to think that this is probably going to do better as cuts, as opposed to first-person time-lapse, already considering the amount of mistakes I've made trying to build this. The interior was 15, not 17. I gotta pull everything back a block. Alright, well, I think I'm all built out for the day. I made so many mistakes getting the dimensions right for this building. Oh my lord. So I'm definitely not finishing it today. Oh. That's interesting. You can multi-jump with these boots in a hang glider. Oh, you can use it to infinitely stay high. That's awesome. But yeah, this is what I have so far. There's no roof on top of this for now, but I finally got the shape of the inside of this smeltery all finished up. And eventually this will have a roof on it. It's a little bit on the square side, it's 15 by 13, but at least it's not a complete square. I know it's flat and gray, which is why on this side, I did these pillars that also gives a little bit of shape to the window here. Another thing I could possibly do is swap these out, swap this out here for a stair to connect the texture up. Not sure on that yet. Now the reason I didn't do that on that side as well as this side is, as you can tell, I need to terraform the land a little bit to get it to fit, because right now it's floating. And that is something that requires slightly more dirt than what I have available. So it's floating pretty high, so I gotta put this thing on like a hill or something, and I've never been a good terraformer. But the important thing is my smeltery is now functional. I could conceivably move all my metals in here, which is something I'm thinking about doing. Now I don't know how much of that building I'm gonna put in a first-person like time-lapse. I didn't really commentate at all, so there maybe would be 3 or 4 cuts, or it could actually be in the form of a time-lapse. I'm not sure yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make some thermal foundation machines, claim some quests, and potentially make a nether portal. I've got some of the stuff for thermal foundation all set up. Unfortunately, I am out of iron completely, so I need to get a lot more iron. This is some of the stuff I have. I had more diamonds, but I used them to make tools and armor. Until I got armor in here ready to be enchanted. I just need 27 levels and I can get a looting enchantment, because I actually managed to get a pretty sick emerald enchantment. Also, let me know if the quality is any better in the farm. It should be. I double checked. And this was all freshly harvested when I started farming, building, so I've been going for a while. It should be better. I think the issue was on OBS's end. It didn't like recording in 1920 by 1080 and then downscaling it to 720p, but this time I have it set so that it's automatically downscaling to 720 from the base canvas, and that seems to fix the bad quality issues when you get up close to stuff when you record. Hopefully that fixes it. That doesn't fix it, I don't know what will. Also, I keep getting tier 1 inferium seeds, and it's getting to the point where I'm going to need to move my wheat underground. This is soon going to be just be an inferium farm. I mean, I do have 102 wheat and over 300 seeds. And I could probably just stop doing the industrial hemp now. I should have enough for string. Anyway. I have XP boost, lightning, and bane of arthropods 5 on this. If I can get sharpness and looting on this, this will be as good a sword as anything I can make with tinkers. That's not going to happen for a long time, because I really don't want to touch Botania if I can help it. Red matter and fluxed electrum. I'm guessing it's an alloy of redstone and electrum. I could probably do that. Alright, so let's check this. We're looking at fluxed electrum. There's nothing in here, which is fine. I only had nuggets worth in there anyway. So if I do 1 and 1, that should be 2 ingots worth, because electrum is a 2, 1 of each ingot in, 2 of the alloy out. Gold takes a little bit longer. Bear with it. And then if I do 10 redstone, if I'm looking at millibuckets right, each redstone dust should be 100 millibuckets, hopefully. If I was doing my math right, this should give me 2 fluxed electrum ingots. Which would only be enough for a shovel head, but... Or a tool rod. How is this a tool rod? It's incredible! 2.53? 2.43? What? Yep, I did the math right. Yeah, as nice as it is to double ores in this smeltery, I definitely think I prefer using machines. So while we wait for that, I'm gonna put the steam dynamo down. I'm gonna put the pulverizer next to it, the redstone furnace next to that, the induction smelter next to that, and I have a spare machine frame. So this thing is gonna output power. So you want to connect power to it, and then connect power to the other machines. Obviously, this thing has no power right now because it's not generating it. So if I put this in, it's still not generating power because it has no water. Which is the reason why we want the buckets. Do we have access to fluiducts yet? Yes, and I have just enough copper to make 1. Nope, that's the iron. I want this. Fluiducts, nice. Fluid tank. Oh, it's redstone, not glass. So the thing about these fluid tanks is they actually act like they're buckets. So if I go to my infinite water source, maybe if I shift click, or do I literally just have to bucket? Yeah, I just have to bucket it. That's annoying. Boom. Okay, so now we have a full water tank. I have no idea if this will use the water in it. I think I need a servo, don't I? If I do that, set it to no redstone control, it should fill that up with water. Which will fill up its internal buffer. Which will not fill these guys' internal buffers for some reason. Will not fill the internal buffer until... Let me try going into creative again and using a different power cable. For example, a universal one. Does it gotta be directly from the top? Like that? Is it that stupid? It is that stupid. It's gotta be output from the top? I'm not gonna lie, that's a little annoying that I spent 20 minutes trying to figure that out, only for that to be the f***ing issue. Anyway, I'm claiming quests. That really annoyed me. I need to make an aqueous accumulator fed via a fluiduct into the machine so it always has water. If I go into my science, that's the next quest, is aqueous accumulator, which takes a device frame, iron gears, a redstone servo. So basically iron. I might actually have enough for that. Okay, aqueous accumulator. Only problem is that took my last bucket. So you need to... Does this thing need power? It does not. Excellent. Because it gets a bonus for adjacent water source blocks, so you want it surrounded by water. Okay, now this is all source blocks. Now this mod pack does have enemies that can spawn in liquids, so... There's a torch down here, just in case. And the aqueous accumulator gets surrounded by water source blocks, like so. And outputs from here, so I need my fluiducts. That. Please tell me I have enough fluiducts for this to work. Okay, good. And that's filling up that water tank. Alright, so now this thing will always have power, and these guys are all filled up. Excellent, we finally have thermal expansion machines done. Or at least the beginnings of them. We still have to do upgrades. We have a lot to do for thermal expansion, but I'm just gonna put this stuff away for now. It's been a long day. Long day of messing up builds and doing things incorrectly. It's slow to start with, but once you upgrade it and give it a couple of energy upgrades, it's very quick. Set this to output, which is blue. And this thing is set to input from both sides, right? There we go. Oops. I just pulverized it back. There we go. All right. If I do that, it'll pulverize. Let's actually test it. It's a waste of fuel, but that'll pulverize into dust and not get auto output for some magic reason. Oh my lord, the aurora gets more and more ridiculous every day. It's kind of awesome, actually. I'm gonna keep it night, because that's gorgeous. So this... There we go. It works. It just works. Yes, I get it, wolves. You don't like me. Apparently, you can use the sleeping bag in, midair. That's nice. Yeah, this, lack of a min light level is kind of scary, not gonna lie. Although it does make the lighting at night a lot more interesting. It also makes stuff like that aurora appear a lot brighter. Eventually this is going to be all non-spawnable blocks, but... See, I like this for the immersion, but it's going to make the lighting on YouTube really annoying. Although it does really make that aurora look gorgeous. I see a boy up there. Oh, hi! Thanks for that advancement, creeper, I guess. Oh, the aurora's gone. Why? Why are you like this, game? Why do you take away my beautiful things? That's better. God, that is just incredible. Alright, I'm going to take a break to eat and edit and see how much time we have. We might have time to go to the nether. Alright, I'm back from doing all my off-camera work. And by off-camera work, I mean watching the Mets game and seeing them win and doing a bunch of other stuff in real life. But I edited the video as well and realized that we are pretty much out of time because this took so many mistakes and time and all that stuff. So first of all, I want to say it looks like I did do a good job in editing my files so that quality is better there. And for some reason, when I was making the thermal foundation machines, my footage corrupted or never recorded properly in the first place. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but I had them all on these tables here and it never showed up in my video, so that's a shame. But I did make the machines. We go into the quest book. We still have quests to claim. Introduction to Science. I made a steam dynamo, which I showed you how to set up. I made the flux ducts, I made the pulverizer, the redstone furnace, and the induction smelter. And I guess I'll just quickly go through their recipes. That takes a reception coil, gold and redstone. It takes flint, a machine frame, which is a tin gear, which is 4 tin, where these glass are supposed to be. You know, iron. Flint, copper gears, which is also for copper ingots. So, not a lot of resources, but it took all the resources I had. This is the redstone furnace. It takes bricks, which is kind of annoying considering I need bricks to set up a coke oven and a blast furnace, because that's the only way I can get steel at the moment. And then the induction smelter. We are going for an igneous extruder after that, but I ran out of copper. I do have another machine frame, and then magmatic dynamos. And I got that. I claimed all of the point rewards, but I didn't claim any of the box rewards. So I'm just gonna go over here and collect rewards. What I get? Money, experience, and more money. Apparently that doesn't let me claim the box rewards, so... What do I got? A golden egg, and each of these has a box reward as well, so what do I got? Pudge hook launcher. Don't know what that is. An angry pebble. Come on, give me like a super mega sword or something. A vampire cloak. Well, that's nice. I always wanted to be a vampire. Pestilence, which sounds like a magic weapon of some kind, and I also lit some bedrock on fire to get some greens of infinity, because I'm eventually going to want a simple alloy smelter to make fused glass and stuff like that. Arrow spiral TNT. That does not sound fun at all. And did I get another one from Advanced Science? I did. Oh, that one I can't claim yet. I cheated that into because I was trying to figure out how to get the steam dynamo to give me power, so... I mean, the basic universal cables, it just takes steel and redstone, so the instant I get myself steel, I can give myself that quest. I'm just gonna put this stuff away, and how did I get a leather cap? And 4 snowballs. Oh, I must have... I killed a skeleton off camera. I'm just gonna put this stuff away. I need the leather cap, so that's good. There we go. Now I just need gold, diamond, and netherite armor. And netherite armor is probably not the goal for next episode. The goal for next episode is probably just to survive the nether. The goal for the next episode is to survive the nether. And for that end, I'm going to be doing mining off camera to get more resources and more levels to try to get all these enchantments that I need. Speaking of which, what's my next level 30? Magic protection? I don't know of anything in the nether that specifically uses magic. More magic protection. Last stand probably gives you a health boost at low health. So yeah, I gotta repair my pickaxe because we're going to the nether. I don't know where I'm gonna put the portal yet, but we're going to the nether. Also, I'm gonna try to figure out the replay mod for modded instances. I don't know if replay mods on the Twitch launcher for modded instances are viable. If I had this modded instance, like just normal or with another mod compiler, then it would be pretty easy to set up the replay mod, But as far as I know, the problem with this mod is that the main menu is customized, so the replay viewer is not available, and that's what I need. So I gotta figure out how to open the replay viewer. But that's all technical stuff that you don't need to worry about. I've been Justin Rage. I will see you next time. We're going to try to finish our smeltery building and go into the nether next time. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, give me a subscription. Go visit my friend Ketskill. She's also doing this series as well. Link will be in the description. Later, guys. Whee!